Hello everyone, welcome back to another aquatic adventure. I'm Erin here with Wave Foundation, and we are at our Surrounded by Sharks exhibit because today we are going to review some basics of sharks because Shark Week is kicking off on August 9th on the Discovery Channel. So I think it's great to get a little bit of a refresher of the basics of what a shark is, how they live and survive, and what their role is out in the ecosystem. So that's what we're going to cover today. So we have some sharks swimming around. Dan is one of our sand tiger sharks who's about to come up real high. You may not get to see him. And then I think I have Cal here swimming, our sand tiger shark swimming right at us. And I'll try and identify other sharks that I see swimming around me. Can you see Dan yet? Oh, there he is. He's right up there. He's really high though, so you may not be able to see him. So, sharks. The first question, the first important thing for us to review about sharks. What are they? Right? What kind of animal are they? For aquatic animals, oftentimes we always jump straight to fish, which for sharks is actually accurate, but in the ocean we can have mammals, whales, or reptiles, sea turtles, and so there are lots of other types of animals that live in the ocean, but sharks do fall into the fish category. Now, if I were to have asked you just to name a fish before this, a lot of us might name Nemo, or bass, or bluegill if we like to fish. And so how do all those things and all those fish fit together? They're really different, but they are all fish. There are two main differences between sharks and all those other fish that we would have named. And the first one is about their gills. So they use gills to breathe because they breathe the air or the oxygen out of the water rather than us who breathe the oxygen out of the air, and we have lungs for that. Here's a shark ray. And so they have gills, but Nemo, bass, bluegills, they all only have 2 gills. Now, if we all make a fishy face, please do this with me. Our hands are mimicking the gills on fish. They have these slits on the side of their head that flap open and closed, and that is where they breathe. Those are their gills. But they only have 2, like our hands. Sharks, however, have 5 gill slits on each side of their head. So that means they have 10 gills, at least. There are some sharks that have 6 gills on each side or 7 gills on each side. Creatively, they are named the 6-gill shark and the 7-gill shark. Science, we are very logical. So, sharks have 5 gill slits on each side. That is a very big distinction between them and some of the other fishes. They need more oxygen as they swim and to keep their body processes running. Also, a challenge for you, if you're buying shark gear, check to see if it has the right number of gill slits. A lot of them don't. So, we have the gills. That's an important difference. The other thing that's a really important difference and really important for shark survival is what their body is made out of. So you and I, we are made out of bone. Our skeleton is bone that helps us to stand up straight, that helps us to run on land, walk on land. They don't have to be on land at all. So they actually don't need to have bony skeletons. They actually have cartilaginous skeletons, which means it's made out of cartilage. Now you guys might be thinking, I feel like I've heard that word cartilage. We have cartilage in our body. A couple of easy places to see what it is and how flexible it is. The best one is your ear. So the top of your ear, not the bottom, but the top of your ear, if you feel that sort of hard but really wiggly still part inside of your ear, that is cartilage. Now imagine for us humans if our entire skeleton was made like the top of our ear and our whole body was this wiggly. Would we be able to run around, play soccer, walk even? No. Most students tell me that we would be a blob on the ground, which I think is probably accurate. So we would not be able to survive with a cartilaginous skeleton. But fish in the water, or sharks specifically, are able to have that really flexible body because they don't have to stand up on land. So while they swim, what that actually allows them to do is be very flexible. This cartilage is how they are agile, or able to move quickly in the water. Sharks, when they are swimming and they want to change direction, if they're swimming forward and they want to decide to go this way, rather than just, make a big arc, that's not very efficient. They will often fold their body almost in half of a C and then go back the other direction. And they would not be able to do that if it weren't for this cartilage skeleton. So they are very, very flexible. Now, the last thing we're going to cover as our basics is how important they are to the ocean ecosystems. A lot of us are nervous about sharks because they are predators. And that's totally valid. They are predators. They are carnivores. They have to eat meat. So they're going to eat other fish and things that are swimming around. Seals, sea lions. But that is a critical role that they play in the ocean. By eating those animals, because they don't want to expend too much energy, the sharks, they actually eat the sick or dying fish first. And so that actually helps to keep the other ocean populations healthier because they pick off the sick fish before hopefully that passes to other fish. So sharks are really important to keeping the ocean ecosystems all healthy and also in balance. If they weren't here and those top predators were not there, all the other grazing fish, the smaller fish that maybe eat algae and seaweeds, they would overpopulate. And then there wouldn't be any seaweeds because they would eat it all. So those top predators are really important to keep the balance of the oceans there and in check. So sharks are incredible animals. They are built perfectly to live and survive in the ocean and to be those top predators to keep our ocean ecosystems in balance. I hope you guys enjoy sharks. Do a little bit more research maybe before we dive into Shark Week, but get excited to learn all about sharks and these incredible ocean predators throughout Shark Week. Enjoy!